Hello guys, it's the Unclear 999. Today's video is about water and why it is so important to drink it. Water, it is the lifeblood of our planet, the silent force that sustains every living thing, yet it's often the most overlooked. From the moment we are born, water becomes a part of who we are. Quite literally, as the human body is made up of roughly 60% water, every cell, every organ, every biological function depends on it. From regulating our temperature, flushing out toxins, aiding in digestion, carrying nutrients, to powering our brain and muscles. Without water, there is no life. Every tree, every blade of grass, every animal, every human, every drop of rain, all of it is part of an intricate system of hydration and balance that fuels the rhythm of life on Earth. Water flows through rivers, nourishes soil, fills oceans, and rises as mist into clouds, only to fall again in a cycle that has been in motion since the dawn of time. It is in the food we eat, the air we breathe, the energy we generate, and even in the emotions we feel. Studies have shown that even slight dehydration can affect our mood, our clarity of thought, our physical strength, reminding us that we are not just surrounded by water, we are deeply connected to it. And yet, despite its importance, billions of people still struggle to access clean drinking water, a basic human right that should never be a luxury. Wars have been fought over it. Civilizations have risen and fallen by its abundance or its scarcity. And as climate change continues to reshape our planet, water becomes more than a resource. It becomes a global responsibility. To preserve it, respect it, and protect its purity is not just an environmental issue, but a moral one, because water doesn't belong to us. It belongs to future generations, to every child yet to be born, every forest yet to grow, every species yet to evolve. Water teaches us humility. It teaches us patience. It can be soft or destructive, still or roaring, gentle as morning dew, or powerful enough to carve canyons. It holds memory, energy, and movement. And perhaps most profoundly, water reminds us that even the smallest stream can create the deepest impact, because persistence, like water, wears away even the hardest stone. In a world that often chases wealth, fame, and noise, let us remember the quiet, transparent power of water and the truth that nothing, absolutely nothing, can thrive without it. And yet, despite how essential it is, we have taken water for granted, allowing pollution to choke our rivers, industrial waste to poison our lakes, and greed to privatize what should be a universal right. In many parts of the world, clean drinking water is a luxury, not a guarantee. Children walk miles for a single container. Farmers pray for rain while droughts destroy their crops. Cities suffer from water shortages while floods elsewhere destroy homes and lives. It's a cruel paradox. Too much in one place, not enough in another. But this is not just a crisis of distribution. It's a crisis of consciousness. Water isn't just a commodity. It is sacred. It is woven into the rituals, the survival, and the soul of every culture. From baptism to purification ceremonies, from tea shared in villages to tears shed in grief, water connects us emotionally, spiritually, and physically. It cleanses, it heals, it restores. Every sip we take is a gift from nature, a reminder that we are part of something much greater than ourselves. And when we look at the Earth from space, what do we see? A blue planet, alive with oceans and rivers, a floating miracle in a cold, dry universe. Water is Earth's signature, its fingerprint of life. It is the quiet architect behind ecosystems, weather patterns, agriculture, industry, and health. And as we step further into an era marked by environmental collapse, we must recognize that protecting water is not an environmentalist esprit. It is a human survival instinct. To waste water is to waste life. To contaminate it is to contaminate our own future. But to cherish it, to preserve clean sources, to invest in sustainable solutions, to ensure equal access, is to ensure that generations yet unborn will know abundance, not thirst. We must become stewards, not just consumers, because water, in all its clarity and flow, mirrors who we are as a people. If our rivers are dying, perhaps our empathy is too. If our oceans are rising in rage, perhaps it's time we listen. Because water, like truth, always finds its way. And the question for humanity is not whether we will have enough water. It is whether we will wake up in time to protect the only element that has always protected us. Let us not wait until the last drop is gone to realize how vital it always was. Water is not just important, it is everything. And as we look to the future, the role of water will only grow more critical. With populations rising and climate patterns shifting unpredictably, the demand for fresh, clean water will intensify. Experts predict that the next great global conflicts may not be over oil or territory, but over water. Nations already compete for control of rivers that cross borders, and communities feel the strain of droughts, contamination, and infrastructure collapse. But beyond political boundaries and economic pressures lies a deeper truth. Water is not just a resource to be negotiated, it is a shared inheritance that transcends geography and language. Whether you are rich or poor, young or old, your need for water is the same. It doesn't care about your status, your beliefs, or your ambitions. It only knows how to sustain you, how to keep you alive, how to move through you, and remind you that you are part of nature, not above it. Our very health hinges on water, not just for drinking, but for sanitation, food production, hygiene, and disease prevention. In hospitals, schools, homes, and streets, clean water means dignity, it means survival. In places where it's absent, suffering multiplies, children miss school, diseases spread, and hope begins to erode. And yet, where water flows, where it is protected, shared, and valued, communities thrive, crops grow, children learn, economies strengthen, lives improve. That's the silent power of water. It doesn't ask for applause, yet it makes everything possible. We are now living in a time when we must decide: will we continue down the path of careless consumption, or will we begin to treat water with the reverence it deserves? The technology exists to purify, to conserve, to recycle. What's often missing is the will, the global agreement that water is not for profit, but for people. It should not be locked behind corporate gates or poisoned by industry. It should flow freely, not just through our pipes, but through our priorities. And let us not forget the poetic nature of water. It is a teacher in disguise. It shows us how to adapt, how to flow, how to rise and fall with grace. It teaches us resilience, how to wear down mountains, how to bend around obstacles, how to nourish without force. In many cultures, water is a symbol of renewal and rebirth. It cleanses not only the body, but the soul. When we stand by the ocean or sit beside a quiet stream, something within us softens. We remember that we are small, not in insignificance, but in awe. We are part of something ancient, vast, and interconnected. Water has been here long before us, and if we respect it, it will be here long after us. So the next time you take a sip of water, pause. Acknowledge that this simple act is a miracle of life, that this water may have once fallen as rain on a mountain, traveled through rivers, been filtered by stone, touched by sun, moon, and earth, before it arrived in your hands. It carries the memory of the world in every drop. And if we are wise, we will not wait until crisis forces our hand. We will start now, teaching our children, shifting our policies, honoring our ecosystems, because water is not a luxury. It is not an endless gift. It is a fragile thread that ties humanity together. And if we break that thread, we don't just lose a resource. We lose our connection to the essence of life itself.